life is full of hills and valleys. There's really good times and there's really bad times in everybody's life. And I feel like the key difference in any leader, or the key difference in those folks that survive those experiences, is expecting those valleys.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
The following is an excerpt from the Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series. The new podcast features conversations with local leaders who are focused on building a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development.
So let's get into leadership mistakes. Share maybe a time when you kind of made a mistake, and what'd you learn from it, and how'd you grow from it?
Yeah, and this was a great question, and I thought really long and hard on this one, and I couldn't come up off the top of my head of an individual leadership mistake or something, a mistake I made professionally that led me to a leadership lesson. But I did want to talk a little bit about, losing my mom. I lost her in 2017. Oh. And something I learned from that, losing a parent, losing any loved one is, of course, a challenging experience and a change in life, of course. Right. But after everything had happened with my mom and she passed away and things started to quiet down, I began to reflect a little bit about the whole experience. And one thing that I definitely learned, and it carries with me today, is that life is full of hills and valleys. There's really good times and there's really bad times in everybody's life. And I feel like the key difference in any leader, or the key difference in those folks that survive those experiences, is expecting those valleys, expecting those tough times, and then recognizing that those valleys are going to come, those tough times are going to come, they're temporary. And you're going to go back up towards the upward trajectory and go back to a hill. And, as a young professional, I was thriving at the chamber. We were doing great work in education and workforce development. We were doing great stuff in economic development. I was involved in a lot of really cool projects at the chamber, bringing TJX here and Lordstown Motors. And, I moved into government affairs, and we were successful in bringing dollars back through the capital budget back to our community. So proud of all that work. And then I lose my mom, and it really put into perspective the hills and valleys comment. Right. And so Jeff, to jump back, I don't have something specific that I could give you as far as a leadership lesson, but my best advice for anybody listening, or anybody that sees the segment at all, is to expect those bad times, because they're coming. Right. And they may last a week, or they may last 2 years, but they will go away, and you will get back on that upward trajectory, and that's really where you prove yourself and your capabilities.
The interview you just watched is an excerpt from the Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series. The new podcast features conversations with local leaders who are focused on building a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit BusinessJournalDaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to AfterHoursYoungstown.com.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.